and welcome back to the Rave Social podcast. I'm your host, Jaiden. It's been a minute and we're glad to be back. And today we have a very special guest, Nicole from StoryHaus Media. She recently rebranded, so you might have seen her before when it's Nicole Toledo, but she's back and better than ever. And we're going to talk today about why everything you know about social media is wrong. Sounds dramatic, but we're going to get into it. And before we do that, Nicole, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and who you serve?
Well, I'm so happy you're back with the pod. I think I was on last year when I was Nicole Toledo, but yes, hi, I'm Nicole. I just rebranded into StoryHaus Media, which is now a social media agency. So it's focused on management, strategy, and content creation that I'm going to start doing here in Denver. And yeah, I'm just all about turning your voice and your vision into a magnetic brand. I think that's like the key. That's our mission and what we're all about. And our motto is like, your story matters, because we truly believe that there's space for everybody in the online world. So that's what we believe in.
Yes. I freaking love that. And I feel like that's actually a perfect way to start, because your story is like really genuinely what sets your brand apart from the next one. Like, I think creatives a lot of times can get wrapped up in like maybe their actual art, which is fair. I get that. But like they're like photographers, for example, are constantly refining like their portfolio and their art, thinking that's what's going to be the thing that sets them apart. And in reality, like it's your story that is going to make you different from your competitor.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of true.
Yeah. I mean, that is like we've been doing this for so long. I mean, me for 4.5 years, and even since then, but now more than ever because of AI and, the whole AI world that we have now, people just want to connect to people. So telling your story and sharing that is always like the best performing content and always the best way to connect and build your following. And when I say best performing, that doesn't always mean viral. It just means the most conversions that you're going to see with content, which is always the goal, never virality. So
virality haters over here.
No, really.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I wouldn't say like I hate it, because going viral can be super fun. And like, I think that there's like an energetic part of going viral that feels good. Like, yeah, it feels good to log in and be like, I got all these followers. Like that can sometimes, I mean, motivation. It's just, yeah, it's just like motivation. And like, if you do go viral, there's nothing obviously wrong with that. But I think that it's more important, I know it's more important to focus on community, conversions, nurturing than it is chasing that virality. And I think that is something that people get wrong with social media all the time, is like chasing virality. And I think they even do it in subtle ways where they're hopping on every trend because they're like, oh, trends get me reach. But like that layer underneath it is that they want to go viral. And then that just makes your content cheap.
Yeah. And I think like people will get so lost in themselves when they focus on virality, because they're usually looking at what other people are doing and like how they went viral. And then they get so lost from what their brand is even about and who they even are. And then it's hard to get back. Like, it's like when you're chasing virality, you're chasing it for the wrong reasons. When you focus on like what makes up your brand and what makes up you, like that's usually going to be your best performing content. And people are like ignoring that when they try to chase this like viral moment. But then when you do get that viral moment and it is super authentic to you, that's like the best motivation. And usually that's where the conversions happen, is when it's true to your brand.
Yeah, I never actually thought about it that way. Like, it's actually kind of selfish to like want to go viral, because like you're making it about you and not like who you serve and why you serve them. And I never really thought of it like that.
Yeah. And then, that's one side of it. The other side, like, if we have clients go viral on a post, like sometimes there are posts that didn't go viral that will have way more followers and engagement than that viral post, because it's a trend or whatever it is. So it's like, it's just like that top of funnel content that like you want more eyes on your content, but like the conversion worthy content typically isn't the most viral content, but that is the most impactful content. And that's what people really need to focus on too.
that's even kind of bringing up a little bit of a perspective shift for myself, because like, what even is, this is crazy, but like, what even is virality anymore? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like,
I know.
I think, what do you consider virality? Is it like getting a bunch of comments? Is it views? Like, what are you even saying is virality? Because like, we've had a couple clients recently, like, I wouldn't say, I guess, that their content went viral, but like, they've gained 1,000 followers. They have like so many lead comments on it. And I've never even really looked at it like that was going viral, I guess, but it like probably is. I think that should be
the new definition of viral. Like that, like, to me, that's viral. I'm like, even if it got 3,000 views but gained all those followers, that is a viral moment. Like, and I think we need to like shift that. That just needs to be everybody's focus, is like, we're going back to community now, and we're going back to social media being social, and that's what the focus should be on, because that's when you're going to gain the most followers. And even, I was going to go into Alex Earl as an example, but that's like a whole other thing. She just does a really good job at like forming a community and like posting for her followers, like making it seem like you're in a group chat vibe. And so many creators do this. I'm just saying this because she just launched her Netflix show yesterday, but she just does a really good job at forming a community, and she's done that from the beginning. So,
that's so true. I saw her launch that. This is totally a side note, but I saw her launch her Netflix, which I could see that coming. I was like, they are the next Kardashians. I kind of was like, that's really going to happen. But I honestly didn't expect it like this soon. And oh my God, just to be Alex Earl's family.
I know.
She's got the whole team on her back. Like, honestly, I'm just like, girl, you are like, what is she? I think she just turned 25.
25.
And like, just the success is crazy. And I know her family was successful before her, but they have never touched this level of success.
No, I know. It's like, but then you think when the Kardashians started, it's like, well, I guess they were friends with people in the celebrity world. Anyway, I don't know how that's going to go for them, especially with her younger siblings. But I guess we'll see.
And I think like some of her family is a little bit like her stepmom and stuff are a little bit more unhinged. They're a little less, like a little less PR trained, and a little less like, they don't know. They'll say some shit, and I'm like, I'm a little nervous for her, because I do feel like she has held up such like a good image, which is just so hard to do. Like, she definitely still has haters, but like,
she's held really good.
Yeah, she's held a good like place, which is, I think, super hard to do. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, side note. I think another kind of thing that people get wrong on social media is something we saw so much of last year, and it was engagement bait. And that was like either saying something totally shocking and then being like, just kidding, or like rage bait, like doing something on purpose to piss people off for engagement.
That's so annoying.
And I just have to say, immediately, your quality in my eyes, like, well, for sure I'm going to unfollow you, but also like the quality of your content is shit if that's what you're doing. And that does not build long-term success. Like, you're going to turn people off.
Yeah, they're focusing so much on the hook, and then when you actually watch the rest of it, it's not great. I mean, there's even like the engage from the bottom up thing that everybody was doing, like, just to get their I'm like, how are people falling for this? Like, there are a lot of quote unquote scammers, and I'll even have friends that are trying to build their social presence, whether it's for different reasons, and they'll always send me these people that come up that are not experienced in social media. They're not social media managers or strategists or even work in marketing. They're just these people online who like went viral once, and now they're giving advice, and it's horrible. Like, and then the beginning is like, I post 10 times a day, and this is what you need to do, but don't forget to like and subscribe before you do. And I'm like, oh, this is like so cringe. Like, you have to look at people's credentials before you take someone's advice, especially now. That like, it's just, the amount of people I see on my feed that are like, I grew 1,000 followers in 3 months. This is what you should do. And it's like, no, you learned how to grow your own brand, which is what you need to do. But that doesn't mean that you know how to grow somebody else's. Like, it's just great. There's too much. There's too much of it.
I agree. And just posting things for the engagement and the clicks is it's so dead. And like the engagement doesn't even feel good when it's like that. It's like, this isn't going anywhere. This isn't growing my business. Okay. We already kind of touched on like virality, but, I think something else that is valuable to talk about on social media is that the platforms, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, they want people to see your content and stay on the app. Mm-hmm. Like there's this story that everyone puts out that's like, the algorithm is against me. I'm at war with the algorithm. And the algorithm is trying to help you because they want people to look at your content and stay on the app. Like that literally is true.
Yeah.
But people they get caught up in the algorithm and it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's really based on watch time. Like it's watch time and then whether you obviously engage or whether you, because of your video, you're searching something else, which is why there's that search bar on TikTok. Like if your content makes them like go into another rabbit hole, basically, like your video is going to pop off or it's going to, push out to other people. So it's, they want you on the app longer. So if your content helps them do that, they're going to love you.
Yeah, which brings me to the point of like, there's been so many eras on social media and I would say like 2024, it was really that like 3 tips to blah, blah, blah. And like that content did well. People would save it. People would engage with it. Like it was good. And then last year, it really turned into more like me focused, like storytelling content, which I think we're still going to see. But I also think there's another layer to it, which is how does this apply to your audience? It's telling the story and also the education piece or the value piece of like, and here's how, like either here's how this makes me the expert and now I can teach you, or here's my process and how that helps you, either through what I've learned or what I know would work for you, etc. And I think that type of content is going to make people stay on the app longer. I also think it's why series style content is more and more popular because people see one video, they want to go watch the next one. That makes them stay on the app, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The education content is going to be so interesting this year because even like for me, I feel like we're on a learning curve right now because everyone can go to ChatGPT and type in whatever they want. And like now they have AI to like answer all of these questions. So it's like, yeah, we really need to personalize it and go back to like our client experiences, who we're talking to on discovery calls, like, and then more for brands, like their customers, like we just need to make it so human focused because it's like, it's just looking very different. And this year is going to be such a turning point for like educational content. So it's going to be really interesting to see like what that looks like. But I mean, for StoryHaus Media, that's why we focus on storytelling because we're very aware that like that is and always kind of has been the key to successful content and like to a successful brand is like having those storytelling elements. So yeah.
And I think with AI too, there's going to be a lot more content that is like human, like you actually talking to the camera because nobody can actually replace you. And like, I am totally not an AI hater at all, but I do think it can get a little repetitive. And I think if you don't know how to train your AI in your voice, that can be a challenge. And I also think you can train AI in your voice, which I've done for so many clients, and it will still get repetitive. So I think you know, when you see someone pop on and they're doing a talking head and they're actually saying something and it's not like super edited in the sense of like, it's not super like cut. You can tell it was in like 1 take or 2 takes that they've said it. That content is going to do better because it's way more authentic and easy to connect with than something that like AI could come up with.
Yeah. And it's going to, like, for me, I feel like that's such a struggle because sometimes I'll just fall over my words or like, so I'm like, it's going to make everybody kind of learn how to speak better too, because I'm like, there are so many uhs and likes and whatever that I just want to like cut out. So yeah, like that'll be interesting too. But I think another thing that people are looking for is like, I think at this point we kind of know AI's like own personal brand. So when we see a caption or we see content that we just kind of know at this point. So I think people are also going to look for like those more authentic captions and like authentic voiceovers and speaking videos. So like we really just need to like, you need to be cognizant of that when you're making content and write your captions yourself. Like don't have AI do it. So I think like, yeah, the more human, the better this year.
Mm-hmm. The more human, the better. I agree. I think another thing that people historically have tried to do is just kind of like watch what their competitors did and then do that. I think it was really big in Jenna Kutcher's come up. I know she's like the hot topic, which is funny because I didn't really like her ever. But then when I said that a couple years ago, everyone came for me and was like, you're not a girl's girl. And I was like, I don't know, something seems off. Anyways, I digress. But the Jenna Kutcher era really was like, this worked for me, you do it. This worked for me, you do it. And I think it goes kind of back to what you were saying earlier, but like, you're not just going to be able to like do what your competitor did and then get their success. It takes more than that.
Yeah, I think even like when people say post 10 times a day, whatever, like no one has the same schedule. Everyone has different things going on in their life. And then also like when you're looking at competitors and essentially copying what they're doing just in a different format or whatever, your audience is probably following those people. So like they're going to be like, this is so repetitive. Like, can we just like get original here? Like it's going to catch on. So like copying your competitors is so odd to me because like they're following probably all of you. So it's like you're just
now you just look weird.
Yeah, you're just going to blend in like, and that's not the way to do it. Like be controversial, give your opinions. That's the whole point of social media. Like if you're trying to be loved, I think I just posted a thread on this today, literally. I was like, if you are trying to be loved by everybody, you're going to be so invisible on social media. Like you need to, and I'm not saying like be super controversial, just have opinions. Like people are not going to agree with everything you say. And like, that's okay, but stand on your values, stand on what you believe in, stand in what your brand believes in. And like, you will find your people and that will give you the most traction that you'll find on social media other than, so don't look at what your competitors are doing. Just put your blinders on.
Blinders on. And like, I think it can be easy to want to do what other people have done because you're like, oh, that obviously works. But
for sure,
it's so cliche, but like just because it worked for them does not mean it's going to work for you. And like, if it was that easy, everyone would do it, right? Yeah. We would just be like, okay, here's what freaking Hermosi did. Like, I'm going to do that exact thing. Like, if it worked like that, everyone would be successful because it would be so easy. And that's not it. I think the best thing you can do for your brand this year is go inward. Like, go inward to like, what does your brand stand for? Who do you serve? And why do you do it? Like, why are you doing this? I think that is going to be way more valuable than just trying to do the 5 things that everyone is telling you to do, right? Like,
I think that's like the theme of this year. I mean, it's always been, go inward and whatever, but really this year too, because there's even like that new tool that like I see ads for it all the time that tracks how often you're online, and like content creators are getting it. Like Monet Michaels, that's her last name. Monet, the Monet. She's like such a big creator, but she's posting about how like less she's been on social media and how more creative she's gotten with her content. And like everyone's talking about it. Like everyone's just like, I mean, we know this, like it kills your creativity. So you have to, I think this year that should be the theme, which is so weird because we're posting more, but then we're being offline more. But that is where you're going to find the best content. So
I think it's just about being intentional about it. Like we send all of our clients a brick when they sign with us for that reason, because like,
is that what it's called?
Get off the app. Like every single client of ours that struggles to be consistent is on Instagram way too much. Like they're always like the first person to see my stories. And I'm like, no. Like you haven't posted today. I'm like, to be honest, guilty as charged. Like I literally did that earlier this week. And I was like, okay, I'm recognizing that like I am stunted by how much I am freaking scrolling right now. So like I need to chill. But it's true because it's so funny. Like I do breath work every single day, and pretty much every day I'll have like an idea for like one of our clients or myself. And it's because it's like I'm finally being quiet. Like I'm finally not outsourcing my inspiration. It's coming from within. And like that sounds dramatic, but it's like that's where the good stuff is.
Yeah. And like if you do go online, which like obviously we will, but I would try to follow accounts that are not in your niche, because a lot of the time, like if you do find inspiration, like sometimes from other people's industries or niches, like you'll just like spark, and not the same idea. It'll just spark something else of like, oh, I like this format, or I like that, whatever. And like, so if you are going to be online, try not to look at people in your industry, or like even for my clients, like I'll look at other people's industries and like, so like in editing or whatever, it will like spark an idea. So if you are, trying to be intentional with your online time, that's a good way to do it.
I love doing that. Like last year, I just unfollowed like seriously many social media people, because I was like, it was like wadding me up for my clients. Like I was like, it was affecting my confidence. Like I was just I felt like cloudy, because I was like, oh my God, like, am I even doing this right? Like what's happening? And which is funny because obviously like I'm doing it right and fine. Like
you get so in my head,
But when you have like the constant input of like, don't fucking do this. Okay, do this. Like you go crazy. You seriously go crazy.
I mean, that's why I tell people too, like, if you're going to follow, social media experts to help you, whatever, like just pick a few. Like don't follow everybody that posts about social media, strategy or whatever. Like just pick ones that you like and just listen to them, or just, I don't know. I feel like it can get very overwhelming. Like the space can be overwhelming. The advice can be overwhelming. Sometimes it just gets too much. So I completely agree. I unfollowed so many people. It was like a nice cleanse.
I mean, one of the best ways to do that, which pro tip everyone, is so like on Instagram now, you can go to your top corner in your home screen and choose like just your following feed, where you'll just see like everyone you follow. I did that and I was like, the hell? Like I haven't seen any of these people on my feed in forever. I obviously don't care what they're saying. Like, why am I following them?
Yeah. And or they got the least interacted with.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. And then you'll be like, oh, I forgot I even followed this person.
Or this like random meme account. Like, I don't care. Highly recommend. This question might throw you off, but I am wondering, what is your like spiciest, hottest take on social media? God. Like if you weren't afraid of someone canceling you, what would you say?
Oh, okay. I don't know if this is my spiciest, but I just thought about this yesterday. The whole like, and I need to think of a better one, but for right now, I'll just say this: the educate, inspire, entertain. No, I honestly would follow that. That's my hot take. Those are not content pillars, but you should listen to that. Like, you should be putting out content. And it's like educate, entertain, inspire, connect, or convert. Like, those 5. You should pick like 4 and then post content that does that. Like, I think like that is true. You should follow that. So like for a long time, I'd say like, don't follow that. Create your own content pillars. And yes, you should, but you also should follow those purposes for your content because that is important.
I do feel like that's a hot take. And here's where like I would disagree. Like when you first said it, I was like, no. But here's my thoughts. I think creating your own content pillars that are outside of that can feel extremely limiting. And I think there was an era we went through where it was like, have your specific content pillars, like, and they'd be really specific about like different target audiences that you were trying to reach or things like that. And when I first started social media, that's what I did for myself and our clients. And then I feel like educate, entertain, and inspire are way too broad. So in that sense, I think those are not even content pillars. Like they are...
No, they're like purposes.
Yeah, they're like purposes, and they're just like the vibe of your content, I would say. Like they're just, it's just the energy behind it. Like you could have something that is super problem aware that's also entertaining. Mm-hmm. You could have something that is showing a transformation and that's also really inspiring, right? So I think when I hear educate, entertain, inspire, I feel like it's been said a lot, which can sometimes be like, is it worn out? I don't know. But I also think like, yes. And I would like to propose 3 other ones that I would follow. Yeah. And that is embodiment, transformation, and problem awareness. Those are the ones that we use for our clients because it touches on everything you need to reach, nurture, and convert any audience. Yeah. And then within that, you can play with it how you want. Like maybe you are an entertaining person. Your content's going to be way more entertaining. Maybe you're way more shy. So maybe your content's just like a little more inspiring. Yeah. I don't know. That's my thought.
Yeah. No, and they are so broad. That's why I add like next conversion. But like those are not, those aren't pillars. I actually have like I literally call it my vibe framework, like VIBE. And then it stands for values, interests, backstory. What the hell is E? I forget. I have a whole document. But that's how I help my clients figure out their content pillars. But they usually fall under the umbrellas of those things. But problem is such a big one.
I love that. Freaking give me the hot takes.
I feel like I should definitely have a spicier hot take than that.
I mean, I was like, you got me. Like, it was hot enough to get me.
Like, you were like,
no. I mean, yeah, I definitely thought you were going to say like you wouldn't follow those, but like, I love the perspective shift of like, maybe those are the energy, but like you have more direct pillars that work and convert your audience. So I love that. If you think of another hot take, let me know.
Wait, I do have another one.
I'm ready. This time I won't react. Just kidding.
I think you'll actually agree with this one. I feel like the why you're creating content really, like, it sounds so general, but I'll see so many people just like post and you can tell that they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like they're chasing the likes and the engagement and it feels good to them, but like, why are you posting? Like, what is the purpose? And like, we need to like go back to that, which I think we kind of touched on, but I guess my hot take is just like, stop posting just to post and like to get attention. It's like, that's my hot take.
Agree. I agree with that one.
Like, I feel like we want to build something and you can post on social media for no purpose. Like, it's like Instagram, my personal Instagram. You can also have a personal TikTok, but like, the chasing metrics is crazy.
It just dilutes your content and your brand.
Very bad for your mental health too.
Agree with that so much. I feel like I've even like pulled back a little bit on my posting. I know I have. Over the last like year, I used to just be like truly the epitome of like a consistent queen. Like I posted every single day. And I really posted like every day. Like I would go like 90 days and like I would post every day.
I was so proud of you. I was like, you go, girl. That was my dead era. So I was like, not posting.
You're like, you got this shit. No, I really was. And it actually took so much like inner work for me to be like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to not post every day. And I think that was a different era of Instagram too. Like that was way more normal to like post every day. And I just don't think that that's true anymore. I think you can post like 4 to 5 times a week. You're going to be good. But it took me a second to accept that. And it made my content better. Like the content that I post is so much better and it's deeper. It's like, it just has more meaning to me and the people I'm posting for. And like, I don't shame myself for posting a lot before because honestly, that's just what you were doing at the time. But it has shown me, and I've learned so much through posting a little bit less, that like the why is just way more clear in my content. I'm there to serve clients. I'm there to serve people for free on the internet and offer them a new perspective that they maybe haven't felt like they could be successful in yet. And that it's felt better for me. Sometimes I still like shame myself for not posting more, but I'm like, ultimately the shame does nothing for you. Like it does nothing for you.
Yeah, it doesn't. And even being on Threads again, I'm just seeing like everybody's New Year's thoughts on social media and whatever. And everybody was kind of on the train of, I don't want to see you post every day because most of the time it's just content just to get out content. They're like, I just want to see quality content. And if that means posting less, then so be it. But I think people are just tired of being pushed content for literally no reason. Like that was the vibe I was getting. And I'm so on board with that because it's just exhausting and it's not going to build long-term success. It's going to burn you out quicker and you're going to resent social media and you're going to piss people off because it's not good content.
That is so
we're already
real.
Push so much content. It's like, we don't need unnecessary content.
Which is like, that's the AI slop and trend slop that you see so much. It's like, when I see an account and they've followed every trend, I'm like, that you're not getting a follow from me, man. Because like, I don't want to see every single trend. I do think trends are like fun and we have them as part of a strategy for our clients and ourselves, but if you're just like scrolling for the trending audio and then repeating and replicating it, like where's the value? You got to add something to it. You need to make it your own in some way, which just may mean not every trend fits your brand. Like not every trend's going to fit your brand.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we need to stop hopping on all the trends. Like if it doesn't fit your brand, just leave it.
If it doesn't educate, entertain, inspire. No,
yeah, exactly.
No, I really agree with you on that. Is there anything? Oh yeah.
I was going to say there is not necessarily it's a long-term trend that's people are predicting is going to be huge for 2026. Which I guess China's already ahead of the game and they've been doing this. It's kind of like mini, and this is kind of like a series. It's mini TV shows in a way that brands are creating to like build characters, like whether they're using employees or whatever. And I think like Brooklyn Coffee or some coffee account did a really good job. But it's essentially a series, but it's more so like people are creating like mini TV series. So,
I feel like I've kind of seen this. Like, the ones I've seen are like treating your like business like a reality TV show. So they have like
that's like a mini version, but there's brands that like high quality vertical series, and it's not like a whole season on Netflix, but it's just mini TV series that's just like has characters and a plot and a solution and all that. So, and again, I think this is coming from AI and just people wanting a freaking story.
They're like, something real, please.
Yeah. So that's something that's really gonna pop off. So I'm really interested to see like how that goes.
One of my favorite things with this era of social media right now is that there's so many types of content that you can do that work. Like, you know, I feel like maybe 18 months ago or something, it was like, do not waste your time with like a high production video. If you post that, it is going to flop. Like, for sure. Yeah. People were just like, they only wanted like the stuff that looked so organic and like low key shitty.
Yeah. Which that does well too right now.
Yeah, that does well. I feel like that's always going to do well because it's just like, it feels real. But I also feel like right now what I'm loving is that like you can have a mix. Like you can have those like really fun like scrapbook vibe carousels that like obviously took a lot of time to create, high level design, like super fun, and those will do well. You can also just have like Instagram text over a selfie in a carousel and like that will work too. I'm liking that there's like diversity in the types and styles of content that are performing well because it feels just so much more like pick what feels fun for you and then you get to do that kind of content.
Yeah, it's making social media feel creative again, for sure. But there still needs to be a purpose for it too. Educate, inspire, entertain.
I'm dead. I think that should probably be the title. And we'll just start with my face. That's like, no, I agree. I love that. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with social media right now with our clients and myself. Like, I think I let the pressure off of posting every day, like I said, and I've just felt way more inspired. And we've been trying out new kinds of content for our clients. And I know you're super good at video editing too, but we've been like having a lot more fun with editing in CapCut and making really like dynamic, interesting content. So I'm just I feel excited about this year.
I'm so excited. And like personally, I'm trying to tap more into my personal brand because like when we started, that wasn't really like a thing as much. So I'm really tapping into like my quote unquote founder era and like what that looks like. So which I'm going to have so much fun with. So I'm just excited to like experiment with that.
Yes.
And tap into it for myself because we put off our own socials all the time. So it'll be fun to actually do that.
We're excited to see more of you.
Yeah.
You're the best. We want to see the shuffling videos. We want to see concerts. We want to show us all of it.
Yeah, more concerts for both of us. We have the same music taste.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking at your vinyls behind you. I'm like, yep. Very, very good. Okay, well, we're not quite done yet. I want to talk about one more thing. Yeah. Talking about community over just like content. Like people are a lot of times we're focused on our content, which I don't blame. Like obviously you have to have some sort of focus on your content, right? Or it won't go out. But like focusing more on the community and building that and letting the content, I don't know, maybe be like a byproduct of that or just be something that supports your community.
So I think what you have to do is write down what you want to talk about, basically like the topics that you want to cover, what your interests are. And then on the next column, write down, really get, like, this is what I do for all my clients. Like you have to get into their target audience's head. So like, what are their pain points? What are they thinking about? What are they scrolling their feed at night? What are they looking for you to solve? How do they want to be entertained? Jot down all those things and then see, like, make the connection points there and then start brainstorming content. That's probably like the best way to do it because it's essentially like the creators who are succeeding are the ones who are thinking about both. They're thinking about what makes up them, but also what do my followers actually want to see? And the people who are struggling are usually focusing too much on what do I want to put out? Like me.
Yeah.
Or they're focusing too much on what do people want to see and what's going to make me go viral. But the key is connecting the two.
Another really good point. I love that so much. I agree. And I feel like one thing I see a lot, and sometimes I get off the train of this and I get back on it, is like you'll go to somebody's page and like they'll have a lot of comments and they don't respond to them. And it's like, I think you have to nurture your community there too, like nurture them.
Yeah. There's like a clothing brand. I don't know I'll call them out, whatever. We were what? I actually like love We Wear What's jeans. Like I buy from We Wear What. But I'll go to the social media, I'll go to like the TikTok and I'll see like I'll just look for people wearing them and then ask what size she's wearing. Cause like maybe she looked like my size or something. And no one responds to any, like literally all of their comments, no one was responding to. And I was like, this is such a pet peeve of mine. Like, especially small, I mean, not that they're really small anymore, but especially businesses and brands starting out. Like I get, you know, big creators who have thousands and thousands of comments, but like if
you're not going to get to everyone.
Right.
But yeah.
But if you're starting out, you better be responding to all of your comments and you better be responding to your DMs.
Yeah, it's so crazy too. I don't think people realize like how much it means to people. Like, just because maybe you don't care if people respond to your comment or not, but I bet if your comments did get responded to, you would understand. Like, next time you leave a comment and the creator responds, like, see how you feel. I'm sure you're going to be like, oh, wait, that's kind of dope. What's up?
They also follow, like, even for me and like clients, especially on TikTok, which is kind of weird because I feel like Instagram's more connection, but especially on TikTok, like when we respond to comments and like have, you know, a little back and forth, maybe like 2 or 3 comments, they will follow you. Like, they're like, oh my God, they like care about me.
And like the hype is real. We do engagement for a couple like larger accounts and they're also creator backed accounts. Like the creator is part of it. And when we like respond to people's stories, reshare when they tag us, comment back, like so many times they screenshot it and like share it to their story like, oh my God, like so-and-so responded to me, like my day is made. And like that is putting you in front of their whole audience giving and they're like vouching for you. They're saying like follow this account because like they're real and like they engage with you. Also, it can be really fun.
Yes. I mean, again, we're on here to be social. Like, I think we need to, like, remember that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's such a, like, statement that's said all the time, but it's so true. Like,
it's just funny because I feel like so many things that I say to clients over and over are so cliche, but they're so true. And, like, sometimes it takes 6 months for it to click, but then they'll be like, oh, that's so simple, and it clicks and they're like, okay, I get why you're saying like community first, whatever it is. And like I think that's why it's okay to repeat yourself because you just never know how many times it's gonna take until someone's like, oh, like I finally get what you're saying. At first I was just like yeah, but now I really get it.
Well, and that's like key to marketing too, is like repetition. I mean, the more you say something, the more it's gonna click and the more that they're gonna follow you or buy from you or just like you.
And everyone just hears things differently. Like they'll read something and understand it differently. And the more times you say it, the more opportunities you're giving yourself to like reach somebody and have them understand what you're saying, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah. Okay, well, I freaking love this conversation. I have one more question for you.
So fun. I always love chatting with you. And you've been so busy for the last... You got married and you moved.
I did. I was like, let's just be married. We don't need to buy a house. And then here we are. Not only did we buy a house, but we remodeled the whole thing pretty much in like 45 days. So...
That's like
crazy.
Of.
And we were just so naive, which sometimes being naive is a good thing because I mean, we knew it was going to be hard and we were like, okay, this is going to be crazy, but like we can do it. And then it was just like 85 times crazier and harder than we thought it was going to be. But I'm like, good thing we didn't know because if we knew, we wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to be naive.
No, that's how I go about everything. Because then if I think too much about it, you're not going to do it. You just need to do it.
Yeah. Like sometimes you just toss the chips on the table and hope you win. And we're here. We're okay. But I do have one more question for you.
Yes.
What's one piece of advice you wish you could give your younger self? And honestly, this could be like last year you, or it could be like way younger. I'm just curious what you would say to her, little Nicole.
Yeah, I would say like a few years ago even, to just I don't think I like truly believe, like, I think I knew I always wanted to get to this point of an agency, but it took me way longer than it needed to. And like, I just kept putting it off. And when I think about it, I just like wasn't believing in myself. Like, meanwhile, I've been booked out for 4 years and I'm like, oh, you didn't think you could do it? Like, it's like, it's like believe in yourself and then take the steps to do it. Like, it's never going to get done by just writing it down in your journal and hoping that the universe is going to take care of it. Like, it's going to come by little steps, like actionable steps. I think I'd have all these goals and I would never actually do like action steps. And like middle of last year, especially this year, I really started. And also like be more financially literate because your girl was not years ago. And that's like your 20s though. I mean, so just pay attention to your finances and start saving young.
Oh my gosh.
But like that's also so hard to agree more. So
yeah, for real, it's hard. But I love that advice, and I think so many people can relate to that, including myself. And also, I just want to tell you, like, but you're on the perfect path, and it's been so fun to watch you grow. And I feel like we followed each other since like you started before me, I think, but like I found you very early on and have followed your journey, and I just think you're incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I love you. I think like one of your videos was about Rufus Du Sol, and I think that's how we connected.
I love that. I'm sure.
And I was like, wait, we have the same interests.
Okay, perfect match. No, honestly though, if you like Rufus, like I'm immediately gonna love you. So
yeah,
it's true. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. Thanks everyone. We'll have Nicole's links. Is there any offers you wanted to share about?
So you can find all my services on my website, but I mean, they're each for different purposes. My main one is social media management. If you're in Denver, I'm now doing content days. And then I have actually a new service, content repurposing. So it's just to get you on a bunch of platforms because the whole thing this year is building your content ecosystem, which is what I now help you do. So
I love that.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. So
that's such a valuable offer. I feel like hell freaking yeah. So smart with that one too. I love that idea. We'll make sure we put all of Nicole's links, her Instagram, her website, everything. So if you want to work with her, you can reach out. And thanks for listening.
Yay. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye, guys.